Hey guys, it's Kimberly and today's video is probably one of my most exciting videos of the year. I know I always start off saying I'm excited, but I am. Makeup makes me excited. But this time of year is my favorite time of year, and as you can see, I have a stocking already up in the background, which I know some people are gonna think I'm crazy. I have Christmas PJs on. Oh, look at this, ornaments, festivities. And that is because today we are going to review my first holiday release of the season that I'm going to be reviewing, and that is this palette right here from Huda Beauty. This is the Naughty palette, and I am like beyond excited. I have never tried anything from Huda Beauty before, so that's exciting. It's the holiday season, which is my favorite time of the year, so that's exciting. I am just like all around stoked. I think this palette looks beautiful and stunning, and I am dying to get it on my eyes, so all around a good time. I cannot wait to open it. So this is how I got it. It is in like a clear plastic box, so I will slide it out. The front is totally clear, so you're seeing the front of the package, and then the back has like all of the ingredients and all that kind of information, which is really kind of interesting packaging. And this is what the palette looks like. I literally love it. It's plastic. It says Naughty and Nude. It says Huda Beauty. It is so pretty. I love the color. It's like a wine color. And this palette retails for $67, which is pretty pricey. And you just open it right up like this, and look at all of those gorgeous shadows. Are you kidding? What? And you got a big old mirror right there. It is so pretty, so dang pretty. It is very like spicy vibes, like spice vibes. It's very like warm, brown, dark, burgundy kind of a feel with some really cool like swirly looking shades. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. And that is this shade right here. What is that? I know a lot of people specifically put these in their anti-hauls and we're not going to buy it because of that shade. And a lot of people don't like the way it looks. They think it looks like moldy, or they think it looks like, you know, the people who are, I don't know if afraid of is the right word, but like the little holes, people who don't like little holes, they get that vibe from it. I don't know, I just think it looks weird, but I think the rest of the palette is so pretty that I don't care. But I will say mine looks really different than their advertisement photo. Let me see if I can show you. So on their website, there is the advertisement photo, and you can see that that bottom shade right there is like full of those little bubbles. And you can see right to the back of the pan in mine. Like there's only a couple of bubbles. And what I didn't realize was I thought it was going to be a bumpy textured eyeshadow, but it is actually like a gel. And the name of it is Slippery. And I think, like, I'm gonna touch it. I think it's supposed to be like an eye gloss because it literally feels like lip gloss. I'm not sure what the point of having the pearls in there would be. I don't know if when you get down to, because I can't feel them, they're like in there. I don't know if when you get down to that point, it will make the gel like shimmery. I don't even know, but that I will say is a little off-putting. And I would have been happier if it was just like a bumpy circular textured eyeshadow and not necessarily this cream thing, this like jelly. I feel like I might end up scraping it out, and I never do that to my palettes. I always keep my palettes intact. But for whatever reason, I do feel like the moisture in this eyeshadow pan could end up tainting the rest of them. When it's closed, I feel like the moisture, maybe this is just me being crazy, but I don't know. I feel like it could cause mold in the other palette and other pans. I feel like it could cause problems now that I know that this is like a moist substance. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's fine, and I'm really excited to try the rest of it. So without further ado, let's do some swatches. So here are a few swatches on my arm, and oh my gosh, they are all gorgeous. I am like blown away. I thought this was gonna be like, I don't know, just like I didn't think it was gonna be bad, but I just thought it was gonna be another eyeshadow palette. But the feeling of these eyeshadows is out of this world. It feels so nice. So, starting at the top, I have the shade Passion here, which in the pan is super swirly and marbly looking. And when you swirl it all together, it is like a duochrome vibe. I don't know if you can see that. It's like, I don't even know, like this like purpley burgundy and then this like blue shift. It is so cool looking. Next we have the shade Shameless, which is like this like rosy, light pink, kind of coppery color. It's super shimmery and sparkly and beautiful. Then we have this shade right here, this brown, is called Hard. It is also swirly in the pan, but it is matte and it is phenomenal feeling. When I swatch that, I just rubbed just a little bit really lightly on my arm. So much pigment, so creamy, so even. I did not go back and forth. That is a one swipe swatch right there. That is impressive for a matte shadow. I was so impressed by the matte, I had to swatch another matte. Again, gorgeous, same thing. That is the shade Untamed. Then I was really intrigued by all the swirly ones. This was another swirly one. It is called Flower Power. It is like a champagne-y kind of color. And then down here is another swirly one, and this was called Provocative. And it is like, again, I feel like a little, like, got a little shift going to it. And it is like a maroon and like rose gold kind of shift going on. Wow, those felt so nice, and now I'm like very excited, and I'm starting to feel like that $67 price tag might not be such a big deal, and I am like getting excited and they're not even on my eyes yet. So without further ado, although the swatches are beautiful, they might not be beautiful in the eyes. I highly doubt it based on that, but you never know. So let's zoom you on in and get to doing an eye look. All right, so we are going to first go in with a big fluffy crease brush, and it looks a little pink on the end, but that's just because it is stained from using a pink brush, but it is clean. And I am going to go into this shade right here. It is called Hypnotic, and it is just like a really light shade. I feel like these are gonna be very pigmented, so I feel like I have to be careful. Tap off all the excess. And I am just going to buff this all in the crease. It's a very interesting color. It definitely has like a rosiness to it, which is really kind of cool and works out perfectly because I feel like it definitely is a little bit of a burgundy leaning palette. And so even though it looks very neutral, but also kind of red at the same time, which is super interesting, and I am here for it. Okay, so that was very pigmented, but honestly went down so nice. I'm gonna go back in with the same brush, and I'm just going to now dip into this shade. Wow, this palette is like very reflective, and I'm having a hard time focusing. This shade right here, which is called Arouse. And I'm just going to keep that in the crease and build up some of that color. I feel like these colors just take absolutely no effort and they blend out so pretty, and I am like really enjoying it. So now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a smaller brush, and I'm going to dive into this color right here called Naughty, which is a little bit darker up a brown. And I am just going to try and like stamp this in the outer half of the crease and just kind of deepen things up. That is so pigmented. Like I said, it does not take much. I feel like these are so pigmented, which for a beginner might actually be a little intimidating because you get there quick. But if you kind of know what you're doing, now I'm gonna go back in with the brush we were with before and just kind of blend that all out. But if you kind of know what you're doing and know what you like and that doesn't scare you, then this is perfect because you don't have to waste your time like building and building and building. Which, don't get me wrong, there's a time and place for building and building and building, and no matter how long you've been doing makeup, There is definitely some times where you don't want full opacity like immediately, but there are times when you do. And I am loving this. Oh my gosh. Wow. 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 Okay, I'm gonna go in with, again, a little bit of a smaller brush. And now I'm gonna dip into Untamed. And I love using tons of different shadows of the same color getting darker and darker and darker. I think the more shades you use, the more seamless of a blend you get and the easier it is to work with. And even though these are super pigmented, I still like to use tons and tons of shadows because it just, I don't know, I feel like the more colors you use, the better of a finish you get. So I am just packing this on the outer corner and the outer lid and kind of just bringing it down a little bit. Just really adding depth. And starting to take this color on the lid. That is so pretty. I feel like this was a palette so many people anti-hauled, and I don't really understand why. I mean, I get that one shade being off-putting, but besides that, as soon as I saw this palette, I knew I wanted it. It is just, the color story speaks to me, and honestly, the color story screams holiday to me, and I feel like a lot of holiday collections this year don't really look very festive. They don't really look very holiday. So I'm gonna go in with that first brush and again, just blend. But to me, holiday is red and gold and I don't know, just very like party eyes, and I feel like that's exactly what this palette gives you. It gives you the ability to do like, you know, the festive fall, winter colors and to really make it fun. I don't know, I'm in love. I love it. Okay, for the lid, I think I'm going to go first in with Passion. That is this like a duochrome color that I said was like, I think it's like a purple and blue shift. It's really, really cool. I'm going to just take that on my finger. Look at how beautiful that is. And I'm going to put that all over the lid. Just meeting up with that dark. Wow, that is such a cool color. I feel like I don't really have very many duochromes in my collection, so that's really fun. And then on top of it, I'm gonna take the shade Shameless, which is just that like rosy kind of color, but I feel like it's a little bit more see-through, more like topper-esque. So I'm just going to tap that right in the center of the eye, just to give a little bit of a lighter kind of extra pop of something. Yeah. And now with this little flat definer brush, I am going to tap into the shade Untamed, and I'm just going to press that really close to my lower lash line. And I'm gonna go in with a pencil brush, and I'm going to dip in to the shade Arouse, and I'm just going to buff out my lower lash line. Just kind of make it a little softer looking and a little bit more smoky. See how that just like blows everything out, where this looks super like crisp and unfinished, and this just looks very soft and romantic, and that's the vibe we're going for. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. I am going to add some lashes and some liner, and I will be right back. Okay, so here is the finished look. I put on some liner and some lashes, in the style page from DStar Lashes. Of course, you already know those are my favorite lashes ever. And I know I always say that in my videos, but I do have a lot of new subscribers now. So maybe you haven't heard me say that, but I absolutely love the DStar Lashes. They are like my favorite. They are pretty affordable. Some lashes can be pretty expensive. I mean, they're not like cheap, but they're like $17.99 or something like that. And you can use them, I think they say up to like 30 times. I have worn mine many times, and I have not had to replace a pair yet. So I absolutely love them. They're super comfortable and easy to apply, and I just love them. This is the style page, which was a collaboration with the YouTuber here, Paige Corin. So if you don't know her, you should check her out because she's amazing. And also, these are amazing. I'm going to link DStar Lashes in the description box below. I am not like affiliated with them or anything. I don't make any money off of them, like none of that, but they're just so great. And I know that a lot of my new subscribers might not know about them because you may not have heard me talk about them. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it down there in case you guys want to check it out. But yeah, I am like super happy. I also put on some lips. This is the Kylie Cosmetics lip kit. Well, I used two of them. I used Bare and Wish. So there's that. But the eyes, are you kidding me? Can we talk about this? I love it. I think they look so good. I think it is nice and dramatic and like very festive, very holiday. And there are definitely a lot of dark, deep tones in the palette, which I think is perfect for the like naughty theme, that it's like on the little bit on the deeper side and you could do more smoky looks. I'm in love. And for this being the first Huda Beauty product that I've ever tried, it has seriously intrigued me. And this will not be the last Huda Beauty palette that I try because all of the shades I swatched were phenomenal. The only thing that's super freaky and weird is this one right here called Slippery, which is definitely supposed to be one of those like eye glosses, but I'm not into that vibe. I'm not gonna do that, so not my thing. But everything else, chef's kiss, okay? And by the way, I don't think I mentioned, but there are 18 pans in this palette, which is a lot of pans. So I'm in love. I feel like this is gonna be up there in my like top palettes that I have. I really love it. The mattes are so nice. The shimmers are so nice. Just everything about it I loved. I feel like if you are looking for a holiday palette to get, I don't know why so many people are passing this up. It is phenomenal. $67. I bought it on hudabeauty.com, but you can buy it in Sephora and all that good jazz. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!